Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cassie here and thank you so much for clicking on another video. Oh my goodness. It's literally so beautiful outside right now. Oh my, looks like a dream. I'll show you guys. So I feel like we're in the era of everybody, well, obviously not everybody, but we're in the era of so many people feeling like they don't have any really close friends. I feel like this is the era of people having groups of friends from different points in their life. Sometimes they mix them together, sometimes they don't, but like we're in the era of people really, in a lot of ways, sticking to themselves and not having people that they really connect with. And I think that it's really interesting. And so I want to dive into that topic. And so if you're interested, then please just keep on watching. Okay, I need to grab some water because, girl, I was parched. But happy weekend. I hope that you guys are enjoying your time with your family, with your loved ones, with yourself, wherever you are. I hope that you are enjoying your time. I had this topic on my mind and it was something that I really wanted to chat to you guys about. So let's just hop into it. So many more women have been coming out and just expressing that they feel like they don't really have any close friends. And it was something that I really thought about because I feel like I have fluctuated so much. I've like had a bunch of friends. I've had not very many friends. Like I have teetered all over the place. And I think that it really just depends on what it is that you consider a friend. I feel like at this point in my life, I have different categories of friends, and I actually want to share like what my idea and my vision of friendships are. So like I feel like a best friend is a person who you connect with in a way that is just like unspoken. Like it's in a way that you and the person can't even really wrap your minds around. Like you are just very connected, very in tune with each other. But I think like a best friend, you are just close knit. You are like inseparable at times. You get on each other's nerves at times. Like you test each other at times, but like this person, you know that you can rely on them. Like that is your best friend. And I feel like a lot of people have a lot of best friends, and I don't know if everybody has like the same idea of what a best friend is, but to me, that's what a best friend is. Okay, then I feel like there are friends who are like your lifelong friends, like people who maybe you grew up with these people. Maybe these are like the friends that you have that you like went to junior high school with. Like you guys have grown up. Maybe you didn't go to the same high school together, or you did, and like you guys have just known each other for a long time, so you know each other's family, and like you guys are just really like close because of how much history you have. Like those are lifelong friends. Those don't necessarily have to be your best friends. And that's the thing that I think sometimes the lines get blurred, is that like your lifelong friend does not necessarily have to be your best friend just because of the amount of time that you've known each other. Because in my experience, I have met people that I have gotten along with and have been closer to and have been more bonded with in a short amount of time than people who I've known for years and years and years. And it's nothing against, you know, comparing them to say that one is better than the other. It's just different. So I think that that's something to consider. Just because you've known this person your whole life, or a decent amount of your life, doesn't mean that that person is your best friend. That is somebody who you've had in your life for a long time, and they probably are going to still be in your life, you know, because of the history that you have. So that's the way that I see the difference between those two categories. Okay, so then we have like the friends who are like family, or very similar to like the lifelong friends. But I think the friends that are like family are your people who have a key to your house, are your people who you leave your kids with, are people who you are growing with. Maybe these are people who you would start a business with. These are people who like the interactions are way deeper and more rooted in like the future and like longevity. Like those are your friends that are like your family, you know? And I think like maybe people from both categories can fall into that, but I think like in general, a lot of people are just your friends. Like, I think that's the point that I'm trying to get out of all of this, is that like some people think that because of whatever, I don't know, that they fall into other categories than they do. And I think that the thing is that some people, when they want to be friends with somebody and they show that they like really are invested in each other, that allows for the friendship to grow to a place where it's different than like, you know, your typical interactions with people. And I think that it's important to know the difference, because at some point you're going to be vulnerable with the people that you meet. And the importance of being vulnerable is that in your vulnerability, you will see how people respond to you, to who you really are. Because when you're vulnerable, right, that's you at your core, that's you at your most raw self. And based on you being that way, you can see the reactions of these people who you have in your life. And I think in those moments, that's when you know who's who. That's when you know like how to shuffle it around and who's who. And I think you're gonna find that a lot of these people who are your friends are just friends. Like they're not really like your people, you know? And I think that it's important for you not to spend too much time and energy pouring into people who are not your people. And then I think that that can be also like a controversial thing to say and to like attack. But here's the thing. I'm not saying to not spend time with other people. What I'm saying is you have to protect your peace. You have to protect your mind. You need to protect your time. You need to protect your energy. Like you need to protect yourself. And if you just keep giving like vulnerable, important, raw pieces of yourself to people who literally don't care, like it only leaves you at the disadvantage. You don't want to spend so much time stressing and pouring into somebody who literally hates you, but you don't know because you haven't been paying attention. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that the harder thing to say is that it's important for you to do that with your family as well. And I know that nobody wants to admit it, but it's important for you to do that with your family as well. I think it's just important to know the difference between the different bonds that you have with different people, how people interact with you when you get good news, when you get bad news, when you don't have anything and when you have everything. Like how do people interact with you? Pay attention. Pay attention. It's gonna help you in the long run. And before you think that all I have is negative things to say, I just want to flip the switch. And I honestly just want to say that I have realized this lately in my life, but when you have people in your life who you meet who really show how much they care about you and they really show up for you, and you feel really connected to them and bonded to them and just appreciated by them, and you have like a strong bond, I want to encourage you to embrace that. Like, embrace it. It's important to embrace it because it's going to help you grow. There is a reason why these people are in your life. There is a reason why they showed up when they did. People show up when they're meant to. Although it might be difficult to really wrap your mind around it, I think that people show up when they're meant to, and that it's important for you to embrace people in your life when they're there during that time, because everybody is not meant to be a part of your story for a long time. And I think that that is difficult to really accept. I think that you should take everything and every experience as something that helps you grow, like something that helps you see life and live life differently, for whatever, for better or for worse. Whatever it was, it helped you to reach another level that like you would not have reached if you did not go through this. And that's why it was set on your path. I've been thinking about this so much lately, and I just feel like I had to share it with you guys. And I really truly hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you leave a comment down below. Tell me, what do you think? Like, have you been thinking about this? Like, are you somebody who has a whole bunch of friends, or are you somebody who's more like a loner, more introverted, more like you keep to yourself, you have maybe 1 or 2 people, but that's it? Like, you don't really go out, or maybe you like to be out but you also like to be out but by yourself. Like, what is your thing? Like, share it with me down below. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this topic. Please leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.